everybody, this is Tommy Jo from Bird Street Studio, and this is going to be my interpretation of Roxy's Weekly Challenge 2025, week 48. And this really looked appealing to me because it's an easy project. It's something I would use in my journals, and it would help me attack this pile of papers that I have usually sitting over there. These are pad papers from, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago when I was doing scrapbooking. They're extra printouts from digitals. They're my offcuts from digitals that I'm designing. They're pieces of papers that I've used in projects. So I thought, gosh, this would be a great project to help me dwindle this down a little bit. Now, we're not going to make a lot of progress, but a little bit anyways. So basically, they were like one sheet envelope pockets, and they're pretty simple. They're similar to an envelope that you've probably made in the past, but there is just a little bit of a twist. So this one I have to cut. So basically, we want to start with square papers. So one of the things that Rachel said that was cool was that whoever she saw this from, and I'd have to look, if you go over to her channel and look up Roxy's Weekly Challenge 2025 week 48, I'm going to guess she would have the person listed that she got the idea from. Anyways, she said that the thing that was cool was that this lady, all her edges of the envelopes were ripped. They were not like cut. So we're going to rip as well. And we're going to use my wonky ruler that's got a divot because I cut it. And we want to make some square pages. So she did everything from 6-inch to 8-inch, depending on what she had. So this is a piece I had left from, this is 8 inches this way and about 8.5 this way. So what if we just take if we take a 1/2 inch off, I'm going to turn it this way because this looks like there's more stuff going on here that would be kind of interesting. And we will take this off. Actually, I want to kind of rip all the sides. So I'm going to first just rip a little bit off of all the sides and so that it will look, you know, kind of rough cut, and then we'll remeasure. And what Rachel did is she got all her papers. She kind of did it like not like a mass make, or what is the new one? Louisa Heinzel, we're doing for Defemerender. Compartmental making, where, you know, you do different steps. And Rachel has done this all along. Okay, let's see what we are at now. This would be the shortest side. So the shortest side is 7.5. Okay, so let's make this side 7.5. Cool. So we'll take a 1/2 inch off here. And you can use double-sided, but you don't have to. Actually, single-sided, don't bother printing. If you have double-sided paper you want to use, that's fine. And these are going to go in my scrap pile, so I'm going to save that. So let's find another one. Here's one. And I know this is 8.5 by 11. So let's do 8.5, or let's do 8. Let's do 8. Just because the smaller ones seem to fit in journals better. Do 8. And then we want to do 8 this way as well. Well, if we had a lot of 1/2 inch strips, that would be kind of cool to collage something in just the strips that are all the same size, right? Okay, into scrap pile. They're different sizes, so I want to put them in the different piles. Let me dig down here. Here's one that is, let's make this 8 as well. I'm using my mat and my ruler to figure it out. And we'll make 8. Let's go this way because this looks more interesting to me. And I'm going to hold on to like these cut off pieces, and I'll show you why. We may need them, we may not need them. Okay, so this one's 8, right? Well, is it 8? Yes. So then what is this one? 8. That's weird. Oh, okay, they go. They're not exactly, but they're close. Okay, let's see what else we have that would be kind of cool. Actually, we could do one of these lace pages, kind of. This is an off cut. Let's do this 7.5. Or what size was this? Yeah, 7.5. Let's do 7.5. By 7.5. Okay, and then let's do a couple smaller ones. Let's see. Let's do a do a 7. I'm gonna take some off. I didn't take some off the other ones and rip them, and I could have, but since I'm thinking about it, let's rip this because I think they do look kind of cool when they're rough edges. Okay, this one's rough. So we've got, so our smallest side right now is not quite 7. So we want to do a not quite 7, maybe 6 3/4, something like that, around there. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the video, and I'm going to go ahead and cut these other pages that we already did that have straight edges. I'm going to tear those and, you know, make them rough cut, maybe get a couple other different papers, and then I'll come right back. Okay, I'm back, and I've got papers, a lot of different sizes, and I had this one, and I went ahead and kind of put it together and realized that one of the things that I think would be cool is to go ahead and distress the edges. So I want to see this would be like my sample one that I'm kind of doing on screen instead of off screen. I just want to see how this would look if I distress all the pieces before, because if I think that I like that, Rachel didn't do that. She doesn't distress anything, I don't think, anymore. And she didn't do that. I kind of like it. What happens is we make an envelope like you normally think you do, and then you put something in here. And I put the original piece that I took off in there, but Rachel had some original pieces, and then she had some other opposite papers. Like if you wanted to take this and put this paper in there instead, you could do that. I mean, we would cut a piece or whatever. So anyways, this is what we're going to make. So I'm going to go ahead and fold them, and then we'll see. So I'm going to put this here. This is how Rachel did it. She didn't even glue them or anything. Excuse me. So this is how she did it. She kind of folded like this and made kind of a fold so you can see it. Then you want to fold it up to about, 90 degrees? Like this. And turn around and meet the other one the same place. And then you want to fold up past your folds here, okay? And create a little edge right here. So you can see this edge right here. And then you're going to fold this down and take it off. Now you could fold it under if you want, like this, which is all right. But what Rachel did is she tore it off, because part of what makes these unique is the torn look, okay? And then you take this part and you fold it down as well. So then you have an envelope, okay, which is how we normally make them. But then you take this piece off. Where's my ruler? Okay. So we rip this piece off. And then you can use that to put back down in there, or you can use a different piece. Let's see what else we have over here in our kind of scraps. I mean, and I have other scraps, but I mean, you could really put something different in there. Pretty cool. Yeah. So anyways, oh, that would be pretty too. Anyways, you can use different scraps, and I have a scrap bin, so I'm going to go ahead and just keep this. Tear these little triangles off, because we don't need those. But I'm going to keep that with it in case I decide that I want to put that back in. So I'm just going to go ahead and fold these, maybe fast forward a little bit, and get them all folded, and then we'll proceed on. And I've got them up to the point where they're all they're folded, they're torn, and I actually went ahead and distressed all the edges. And so this is what we have. And I brought out my scrap. I brought out my scrap papers in case we want to change the inside here. because you have to put something in there before you glue this down. It just makes it a lot easier. So I thought I would just look in here and see if there's anything that I like that would, you know, sometimes it's best just to put the original right back in there. Let's see what we have. This is like blue and yellows colors. And I don't know if we tore off anything that would match better. Let me just look real quick. If I take this out, there was here, I'm thinking that might be kind of cool. Let me look and see what else we had. We also had lace, but I don't think I like that. And we also had this, which has some blue in it. I think I'm liking this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a piece. Actually, I'm going to tear a piece. That's about, it's got to be below there. So let's tear a piece about like this. Okay. And then we want to tear it right about there. Okay. And then I'm going to use, I'm going to just stick these in my bag just so I've got them all together, all my scraps. Okay, so I'm going to use my glue book here. And for this piece, I'm just going to glue it with my glue stick. Okay. Stick that right in there. Oh, I like it. And then we're going to glue that up. So that gives it a little bit of a different look. So to glue it up, I'm going to use my Bearly Art Precision Craft Glue. And I bought this because I always used art glitter glue, but my art glitter glue got really, really runny. And I'm not sure why, but it did. So I'm using this now, and I really do like it. So I'm going to run a line right here, and a line right here, and then I'm going to take this up, not all the way, but part of the way. Am I in camera? Geez, part of the way, about like that. And we're going to fold it up. And that's it. That's how easy that is. And then what Rachel did is she decorated, she said, you know, if you use it as a floating pocket, then you may want to decorate both sides. But if you're going to, you know, adhere it to a page, you probably only want to decorate this side. So I thought what we'd do is put a couple together. We'll decorate sort of neutral decorations on this side, because I don't know how these are going to go in my journals. So let's do another one. Let's do this one. This is kind of interesting, huh? This right here. And I want something back here that is a little different. Oh, that's kind of different, huh? But this is a big sheet. I hate to use that. I like that, but it doesn't go all the way across. You know what I have? It might be kind of cool is to put something like that in there. I love that, but I don't have a wide enough piece. So I'm going to do this. Something very different, right? We'll put something very different in there. Okay. I kind of want those two flowers up there, I think. So I'm going to rip this right here. I don't know how this is going to look. Let's look at it now that I have it ripped and that and see what we got. Okay, I don't like it, so we're not going to use that. And I don't like that. I think it's got to be something, it kind of has to be something like this. Or, wait, I have music. Let's try this. Okay, let's try this one. Yeah, I think this one might be better. We'll use our glue stick for this part. I gotta look at how I tore that off, what direction it went. It went like this. Okay. Oh yes, I like that a lot. Okay, so then we're gonna just use our Bearly Art glue, Bearly Art craft glue. The thing with this glue though is that if you leave it untapped for any length of time, it starts to like kind of dry or whatever. Anyways, it gets clogged. You gotta unclog it. Go part way there and go part way there. And then you always just want to make sure that you stick your ruler in there or something to make sure that you don't glue it down. I love that. Love, love, love. Okay, let's pick another one that kind of seems fun. Actually, this one seems fun, and I'm thinking that I would like it with that inside. So, guess what we're going to do? We're going to put this baby inside. So, I want to just tear a little bit off this side and a little off this side. Might need to tear just a smidge more. Okay. Yep. Okay, I'm going to distress this top part though real quick. Okay, glue stick. And then we'll use our Bearly Art. Part way up. I'm not in camera. Jeez. And we don't, because I don't want to go all the way up because this goes over the top of there. So, see how it goes over the top? So I don't want to go all the way up. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do now is, once I find my cap, I'm going to go ahead and glue the other pieces into the other envelopes, and then I'll come back and we'll decorate a couple of them. Okay? Okay, I'm back and I've got them all glued together and I've got all the backs glued in, and we just want to pick a few and decorate. So I got my, I kind of think I want to do something. I have something in mind for this. I have mushrooms and I've got blue ones. And I thought would look, oh, I got, that's kind of big. Oh, I like that one. I know I have more in here. Oh, that's kind of good. That's too tall. That's too tall. That's too tall. I kind of like these. I think I like that one. So that one's going to get mushrooms, and then we'll add something else. So do we want to do mushrooms and anything else? I have some of Louisa Heinzel's mushrooms like that. I also have, I think these might be Digital Collage Club mushrooms. Not sure I want to keep doing mushrooms. Let's see if we can pick something else. Butterflies, something like that. Flowers. Moths. Let's see. I don't have a lot of butterflies cut out here. So let's see what we have. Ooh, that's kind of pretty, huh? The green. Ooh, so's this one. I like that one. Let me just see if there's any I like any better. Nope, I don't. That's the same one. Some of these are moths, some of these are butterflies. They're all... Nope. Nope. Ooh, that's a blue one. I think this is the one I like the best for here. So there's that one. So we have a mushroom and we have a butterfly. Ooh, I kind of like this butterfly, but it really doesn't match a whole heck of a lot. Okay, let's put those away. Do something a little different. We have moths. Oh, we have a pink one. Maybe if we put, one of these behind it. Kind of like this one. We put that one behind it. I think I like that. We'll make that fit somehow. And guess what I got in? I got my stamens in, so we can use those. So let's do that. Okay, no more butterflies. And see what else we have in here. Probably are going to want to pull out our labels. I have a couple of these flowers that I made. I actually kind of like that one, but yeah, I kind of like it. Right on there. Okay, I'm going to go with that one. And I think that's what we'll do. We'll just put these aside. I'll decorate those after. And let's see what we can do with these. Looks like we need a little label or something behind it, beside it, something like that. That's pretty neutral. It really is kind of plain, so let's see. Perfect. Okay, let's move that one aside. Let's do this one. So this one is pink, and I said I got yesterday, I got these stamens in. These are what Louisa uses for her butterfly antennae and moth antennae. And I'm thinking I can use those. I'm excited. Okay, so we want one of those. I'll have to figure it out. But then, do we want labels, or do we have anything that would match that? Not horrible. Okay, I think that one's good. Okay, and let's see what we got here. Well, we have blue, that's for sure. We have blue all over the place. Let's see if we have anything that I like more. I don't think so. I think that one looks cool, but I think we need to add something, so I'm going to hold this for a minute. And this one, I think that one, that's a nice label. I love it. But I don't think it suits that very well. I like that one. And then we're going to pull down some of our boxes. Let's see what we got. Ooh. stamp on them, right? Oh, here we go. What are in these boxes? I can't even remember half this stuff I got. Oh, those are tabs that I made. Oh, and those are labels. We don't need those. Okay. Let's see what we have in here. Lots of stuff in here. We have loads of stuff in here. Okay, I just don't like the butterfly, but I like something back there, so maybe we need something maybe that's not blue. Nope. Nope. Yes, there's that one, and then we just need something here for this one. Remember, these are going to be kind of generic. I think that's perfect. They're going to be kind of generic, so I'm not really sure where they're going to go. These right here, I may not even decorate, actually, until I know where they're going to go. But I like these. Okay? So, I'm going to go ahead and probably fast forward a little bit. And I've got just one butterfly. Oh, no, I need another stamen for this one. Okay, I'm going to fast forward, do my distressing, do my gluing, and then I will come back. Okay, so we've got these decorated. So we've got this one. I love it. We've got this one. Again, neutral. So we could decorate the backside if they're going to be floating, or if we're going to glue them down, then we don't need to decorate the back part. This blue one's really pretty. And then this pink one, I love it. And I love this inside. Looks like we need to maybe just distress this top part a little bit. And honestly, I love these little stamens. So I got those at Amazon. I will link those in the description box. Love them. Thank you, Louisa, for the idea. And then we have these other ones that we did not decorate. So these are our decorated ones. These are our non-decorated ones yet. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you run over to Rachel's channel. It's Roxy Creations, and she really does a lot of she has a lot of different ideas for ephemera, and you can really build your stash that way. So thank you for watching, everybody. Thank you to my subscribers, past, present, and future. I really appreciate you all for following me and supporting my channel. Have a great day, everybody, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.